Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing my everyday makeup look. We're gonna be talking to. I'm gonna be venting. I gotta let some things out. It has been over a week now since I've posted anything and it's been rough. So I already put on foundation, but I'm gonna reapply it because I had a little bit of an emotional breakdown earlier. Full-on cry session. It's just been really overwhelming lately. I'm using this Born This Way liquid foundation. I am the color ivory in almost every single like foundation out there. I'm always ivory. So yeah, I had an emotional breakdown this morning. It was not lovely. I just reached my breaking point this week, you guys. Like, I reached it. And even now, as I'm talking to you, even though I have a break away from the kids, and this is nice because I can finally sit down and film a video, I feel totally overwhelmed. Like, who signed me up for this motherhood thing? Why did I do this? Why did I do this? I'm just being honest with you guys. I love my kids more than anything. But there are some days where I look at them and I'm like, who are you? Why are you acting like this? When I say they, I'm really specifically me and Jude, as I've talked about in the previous videos. He's going through such a hard just season of life right now. I can't even deal. I have a hard time waking up in the morning because I just know it's gonna be the same routine every day, which is get up, get him breakfast, listen to him whine all day long, try to get him to go down for a nap. He refuses, you know, and he actually stopped taking naps now. So that's great. So that's where most of my frustration lies, because I had so much time to myself. Well, not so much, but 2 hours a day to myself to do what I needed to do, which was always either film or edit, basically, or catch up to emails or whatever I needed to get done on the business side of YouTube. But now that he doesn't take a nap, I'm like, when do I film? When do I edit? Like, what am I supposed to do? I was not ready for it to happen this soon. I was not ready for him to give up naps this soon, but he has, and so I just have to work with it. Like, I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I'm literally so stressed out about it because I love you guys. I love this channel. I have worked so hard these last 5 years to build this channel, and I want to build it even more. Like, you guys don't even understand the amount of creative ideas I have floating around my head at all times, and I just get overwhelmed with the thought of like, how am I even gonna do this today when my child won't stop crying or I don't have a second to myself? I mean, if you're a mom, you get it. He follows me into the bathroom, he follows me into the bedroom, he follows me into the kitchen. He's like literally there in front of me at all times. I love the kid to death. I love him. But man, I am so missing having time to myself. You guys know I'm an advocate of like taking care of yourself and making sure that, you know, you have time to yourself and all that stuff. I mean, it's very important, and I always talk about it on this channel. But now I'm at a place where I feel like I'm on the flip side, and I see it from a different perspective now of like the moms out there who, you know, have children that have diseases or illnesses where they literally never get a second to themselves. You know, I see moms with autistic kids. They get no time to themselves, or handicapped children or anything like that. They don't have breaks. They have nothing. And I don't know how you guys do that, you ladies out there or men out there watching. I have no idea how you do that. Everyone uses this saying, well, God doesn't give us more than we can handle. And I think that's a load of BS. There's definitely moments in life where it's way more than you can handle. I personally feel like when people say that, it's basically saying like, if you can't handle this season of life that you're going through right now, then something's wrong with you. This morning when I had this emotional breakdown, I told David, I was like, I cannot do this motherhood thing. Like, I don't know how to do this. And he of course was like, yes you do, you're great at it. I told him, I was just like, I want to run away. I just want to run far away sometimes. Like, I just don't want to do this. I just feel overwhelmed. If you felt that same way, let me know in the comments, because honestly, I've had some really hard moments in motherhood, but never this hard. I want to love my kids and be the best mom that I can be, but I don't even know how to do that right now. I literally feel like I'm running on empty. And so David said, okay, that's it, I'm taking the kids today. He took them to the pool. I'm super grateful for that. I don't get a lot of days to myself at all, so this is a very rare occurrence, but I'm so happy that I get to sit here and make a video because I miss you guys. I have no idea what I'm doing in motherhood. I take it a day at a time. I have to, or else I'm gonna drive myself insane. And even as I'm talking to you guys right now, I'm literally like on the verge of tears because it's been a hard few weeks. It really has. So I already put concealer on earlier and I don't really need to retouch it. I just did that one part of my nose. Also guys, I'm like really hard on myself, like abnormally tough on myself. I need to back off a little bit. And I recognize that I'm that way. I wish I was more patient with myself and understanding with myself. But it's hard because I am really driven when it comes to the things that I am passionate about, especially my creative endeavors. Like I have a list, a literal long list of videos that I want to make on this channel, that I have needed to make on this channel. I have sponsored videos I have to get up that I haven't even been able to do because I don't even have a second to myself. Like if they were here right now, he'd be knocking down the camera. He'd probably put something into the carpet because he's spilled things onto the carpet almost every day this week. Every room in our house is carpet, so that's been fun. I hope you guys don't feel like I'm complaining right now. I'm just explaining to you that this motherhood thing is no joke right now. For me, it's just, does it ever get better? Does it ever get easier? I don't even know if I should ask that. I'm kind of scared to know the answer to that one. Okay, so since this is a makeup routine that you guys can do at home, I wanted to make it very simple. So I'm just gonna use this gold shade right here called Primavera. You can use gold, you can use a light white, you can use any light base shade. This is actually a sparkle shade and it's not a matte, so some people will be like, don't do that. But I just break every rule out there possible. I'd recommend if you're like not somebody who does makeup a lot, just start with a simple shade, something like this right here, like a light brown or light taupe or something. And just put it on the bottom part of your lid down here. I did apply some gold eyeshadow earlier before I had my meltdown, so mine's kind of already sitting there on my eye. Then I take the lightest shade on my palette, or any lightest shade that you have. I recommend like always doing like a white or light cream. And I'm using it with this kind of a brush right here where I can blend it more into the top. And you just apply that right up here underneath your brow bone, or on your brow bone, I guess. Just right at the top, just to create a little bit of a highlight at the top. And as far as eyeshadow goes, I think that's all I'm gonna do for this look, because I am trying to keep this simple. I'm trying to keep this under 10 minutes. The video is gonna be longer because I'm talking while I'm doing this. All right, now I'm just gonna fill in my brows because this is an absolute must. You guys may not fill in your brows, that's totally fine. But for me, it's a pet peeve when I don't have my brows filled in. Like, I just can't stand it. So I always make sure I do this no matter how much time I have. This is a definite must for me. To be honest with you guys, I think another part of why it's been so challenging is because I used to not cook as often in the kitchen and do all of the things we're supposed to do as housewives. I've pretty much sucked at that, and I'm still learning how to do it all. But since I've started eating healthy, I'm in the kitchen, like, I feel like I'm in the kitchen all day long. Like literally all day. I'm like planning meals, I'm making things, you know, I make my own like vegetable broth, mayonnaise, ranch dressing, chicken broth, and it's just like, it feels like a lot. I look at people who do this all the time, along with all the other things they're juggling, and I'm like, I don't know how you do this, because I literally feel like I'm always cooking. Even when I have an Instant Pot and it does a lot of the work for me, I just feel like I'm always meal planning or doing something. And then the kitchen's always a disaster, and it's just a hot mess express up in here. I don't know. I'm just learning to juggle it all, and I'm learning to balance it all, and I'm like pretty much sucking at it, and I just feel overwhelmed. I know I shouldn't even say that. I shouldn't say I'm sucking at it, because it's not nice to myself. That's not an encouraging thing to say to myself, and I'm trying to work on the way that I'm talking to myself. I guess I should just say I struggle. I presently struggle with it. I currently struggle with it. Kind of discouraging, because sometimes I'm like, dude, I'd rather just go out to eat all the time and not have to do all this stuff. But I know in order to be healthy for myself and my family, cooking these homemade meals is important, and spending the time to make whole ingredients and all that is important, and that's important to me. So I think it's just like, gosh, just trying to figure out like, what in my life can I get rid of or tone down on, because I feel overwhelmed and I feel overworked and I feel like I'm not using my creative abilities to my fullest potential. So obviously somewhere in there, there's not enough space because I'm doing too much of one other thing. You know what I mean? So I like really need to pluck my eyebrows. Like they're really bad, but we're not gonna do that because this is a short tutorial. That's already 15 minutes long. They're not as perfect as I'd like them to be, but they'll do. They will do. So moving on to eyeliner. You can use liquid. I'm not gonna use liquid today. I'm just gonna use a crayon. I use black. Sometimes I'll use like brown and stuff. I know a lot of people don't feel comfortable doing black. You can use brown. Brown is really pretty for a lot of really good looks, but I'm going to use black just very, very lightly. And here is a secret with eyeliner. Let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. Okay, so a mistake that a lot of people make is they take their eyeliner all the way from here all the way to here, and then they go underneath like that too. What that does is it closes your eye and it just doesn't look as clean, and it really doesn't do any justice to your eye shape, or to your eyes in general, because you want your eyes to be able to stand out in makeup. So what I do is I just go from the corner here to the middle, right there. Okay, so it looks like that, you see? And then the same thing on the bottom, but I do it very lightly on the bottom, and never ever use like liquid eyeliner for your bottom lash, guys. Try to do it, don't like go like this, because a lot of people do this too. They go like this, and then they'll be like, that is causing damage to your eye every time you do that to your eye. So just very lightly, kind of like sometimes I just have to go back and forth, and I butchered it a little bit, but I can even that out. Just very lightly all the way to the middle, and then you're good. And now I'm just gonna get a brush and blend that so it doesn't look as harsh, but let me do the other side. This will make your eyes so much fuller and really complement the rest of your eye makeup as well. I always have to do the disclaimer of I'm no expert, I just love makeup and I've learned along the way. So I'm just teaching you some of the things that I've had to learn the hard way, especially because I have really small shaped almond eyes. I have definitely drowned out my eyes with an overuse of eyeliner. It's like a very soft makeup look that still stands out and says hello. This is the mascara I'm currently using. It's Tardiest by Tarte. And yeah, I'm just gonna apply this to the top lashes. Sometimes I'll do the bottom too, but since I'm not gonna wear falsies today, we're just gonna do the top lashes. We don't really need to do the bottom. No need to over dramatize it. Ooh. Don't let it attach to your hair. Mine likes to do that. I wear falsies a lot of the time because I actually ruined my real eyelashes. They're starting to grow back now, but they were like pretty much all the way missing because I used falsies so much, and I've also learned how to use them along the way. I definitely didn't use them the way I was supposed to, and I ripped off some of my eyelashes in the process. So I was walking around with like eyelashes on this side but like none on this side, so I had to kind of wear falsies to fill in the gap there. And I just like falsies on my eyes because my eyes are small. So if you have small eyes, one way you can really dramatically make them pop is to wear false eyelashes. So I know we're doing simple, but I'm gonna line my lips because I really feel like this makes all the difference in applying lipstick. Just gonna line the lips, stay within like your lip boundaries, but you can go up a tad. I don't know if that makes any sense. You just watch me, because I can't talk and do this at the same time. My foot's asleep right now. Stop it. All right, here's the part where I kind of go outside of the lines a little bit. Right here on the bottom, just watch what I do. Girl, your lips are dry. And if you're wondering what color this is, it is called Trophy Wife. It's by Huda Beauty. Here's what I'm gonna do next, because I don't know if I have any lip color that perfectly matches this. I'm just going to line the rest of my mouth with it, but I'm not gonna like overdo it. Just very lightly fill in your lips. Doesn't have to be perfect. just filled in enough to where now I can apply a color on top. So I'm actually gonna apply this one. It is a matte from Colored Rain and the color Mars. Now I'm going to apply foundation on top. I'm using Bare Minerals foundation in the color, oh, this one's called Fairly Light. And I'm not a huge fan of this foundation. It comes across kind of pearly and not matte, so it's like, it can make my skin sometimes look oilier than it is already. And now to just really make the finishing touch so much more finished, I'm going to just add some bronzer to the sides of my cheeks. So my eyebrows and this are the two things that I pretty much always do because I just feel like they add a lot of a difference to my face. So I'm gonna take my Pro Glow palette. This is going to be in the giveaway that I'm gonna be doing on my channel very soon. As soon as we hit 50,000 subscribers, I'll be sharing the giveaway with you guys. And I'm just going to take this color down here, which is just a light brown, and apply it to my cheekbones. Just like so. And then I just blend it up. You guys see how that made a difference? Now my cheekbones are like pop. And for the finishing touch, we're gonna use highlighter because your girl likes to highlight. So I always apply it right here to the end of my nose. I'll put some right above my lips. Right there. I think they call it the Cupid's bow. And then right along, I guess it's like right underneath. I don't know what part of my face this is considered to be, but I just lightly put it right here. It's kind of right above the cheekbone. And see how that just kind of gives it like a glowy finishing touch? I love it. So that's the end of this video. I think I'm done saying everything that I needed to say. Thanks for listening to my ramble. If you watched all the way to the end, leave the emoji. Let me know if you're going through the same season of motherhood or if you have in the past. I would definitely love to not feel alone right now. I know that this is just a season. Sometimes it's just so hard to remind myself of that when I'm in the moment. And I'm just like ready to just throw in the towel and be like, I'm done with this. I just forgot finishing spray. Always do setting spray, you guys, always, or else your makeup will come off. Okay. Okay, we're good. Anyway, don't breathe in right after doing that either. And I hope that showing you guys how I do my makeup was also a little bit helpful, especially if you're not somebody who loves to do makeup. Don't be intimidated by it. It's a lot of fun. There's really not a whole lot of wrong ways to do it, but the more that you do it and the more that you practice, the better at it you will become. And watch YouTube tutorials, because that's what I do. That's what I've taught myself with. So I love you guys, and I will try to see you soon on my channel. Hopefully, please.